in existence.
A market, exactly. So Zulu backs military, says market closed 5 years ago. And for the governor to say that, I don't think he would want to commit a political blunder by incurring the wrath of his own people.
Yes.
And by backing the killing of innocent civilians. So, well, while there may be I'm just thinking here, my own assumption, my own thoughts here. While civilians will actually have died, maybe it's what we call collateral damage, very unfortunately, because I wouldn't want my own relation to get killed in that kind of condition. But then it's what, like I said, it's what they call collateral damage. But then it ought to be as minimal as possible. It says here, meanwhile, Governor Barack Zulum of Borno has warned residents against harboring or providing logistical support to Boko Haram insurgents. The News Agency of Nigeria reports that the warning followed the recent operation conducted by the air component of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Adinkai in the Jili Jaram area of Gubbio local government on Saturday. Zulum, in a statement signed by a spokesperson, Mr. Dauda Ilya, described Jili as a notorious hub allegedly used by insurgents and terrorists. So that confirmation also coming from the Zamfara state government here.
That means the strikes were in order.
But I still think that defense headquarters and relevant agencies should also take a deeper look, a closer look, to see that the appropriateness of that airstrike, and to see whether the civilian casualties could have been more minimal. So, for the sake of future military operations, so that we don't have more civilians getting killed.
Yes. Now, I remember during former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration, when 5 policemen were killed, what did he direct? He ordered, that is the OD area of, I think, was it, which state is that?
It was OD. They were actually soldiers. There were 12 of them.
Okay, soldiers, 12.
They were killed.
I think 5 policemen too.
They were killed, they were cut in pieces, and then their remains photos of their remains were sent to Mr. President. The photos landed on his desk.
And he said, he ordered that the town should be,
wiped out.
Cleared, wiped out. And yes, of course, many collateral damages. So I now wondered, when the news of the brigadier general that was killed and some other soldiers too, just last week or so.
I think that was in
Kaduna State, yes. And nothing happened. Nothing is happening.
Oh, you can't say yet that nothing is happening. They won't make all these things. they won't make everything public until they have a definite statement that they want to make to the public on their achievements and their activities. I'm sure the military is not going to let that lie. And then Mr. Governor Zulum was talking about residents harboring or providing logistic support to Boko Haram insurgents. Well, I want to stay here that the residents is talking about probably not have a choice. If Boko Haram comes to them and say they want to use their community, what can they do? They'll be killed if they should put up any resistance. So I think Governor Zulum should also understand that wherever these people are domiciled among the civilian population, there is nothing they can do. All right, moving on. We also have this one here.
This one here says, talking about vessels now. Crude stealing. Navy seizes 2 vessels with stolen crude. Yes, the Nigerian Navy. Stolen crude. From where, we don't know, but let's see what goes on here.
And there's something here that I think seems to affect every Nigerian, especially if you are yet to build your own house. And it says here, experts express concern as housing crisis deepens. And then the Almighty, makes me remember the Almighty agents this morning in Bimbo, that their activities have no regulation, have no guidelines, nothing unfettered. They operate unfettered, that they virtually feed off the blood of hapless Nigerians. And Nigeria's housing crisis is worsening as rental costs continue to surge across major cities, with experts attributing the trend to deep-rooted structural and macroeconomic challenges rather than arbitrary decisions by landlords. Well, this is also this also seems to be defending the landlords to some extent. It's not actually their fault. You have to survive, and then the cost of building houses now, if you want to rent a new house that has just been built or reconstructed or renovated. Now, recent data indicate that rents have risen by between 500 and 20% in the past 2 years, with some locations in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun State recording spikes of up to 300 to 400%. The development has pushed Nigeria's strength to income ratio to about 70%, far above the UN recommended 30% threshold.
So what about your state too? Is it happening in your state?
Oh, it is happening. I've seen places where apartments, maybe 3-bedroom apartments, go for as high as 2 million naira.
Total package. And it is the agents that are enjoying the largesse.
Well, like I said, sometimes you may not want to blame the house owners when you renovate a house or a yard that is newly built, when you consider the cost of building materials, and then maybe a landlord spending maybe a block of flats now, maybe the house is actually in existence before, and then he spends like 40 million naira to reconstruct and renovate. So how do you expect him to let it out? Of course, he wants to make his money back, but then that is not as if I'm defending these things. That there are very many instances where the landlords are just Shylock landlords, and the agents have no conscience.
Yes, they have no conscience.
Many a times you rent an apartment, and by the time it's 1 year, it's not as if you are not ready to pay again, but then because they want to get all that extra that they usually get when you are just coming in, so they'll start finding all sorts of excuses to drive you out of the house. They might say that you refuse to clear the bush around your house. They'll start finding all sorts of petty excuses just to drive you out.
Yes, it happened to one of my brothers in Akobo there. They actually, threw his properties outside.
I shouldn't have waited to get to that level. Okay, a landlord who collected 1 million naira 2 years ago and maintained the same rent today has effectively lost value due to inflation, which are estimated about 40% depreciation. And this is coming from the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Mortgage Banking Association of Nigeria, Ajadi Adedeji. I think the authorities to government at various states and at various levels should take the matter of housing very seriously. And how can they do this? Why not build these houses, these apartments, and then let them out to people at affordable where they can pay gradually. I'm talking about mortgage. They can't do it in advanced countries.
Yes.
Well, in my state, the only time I witnessed this happen, it was during the Lamadeshino administration.
Yes.
Where Lamadeshino
along Ife Road.
Around the new Ife Ajoda.
Ajoda, yes. Ajoda New Town.
Yeah, but even at that time, but unfortunately at that particular point in time, people refused. It was meant for civil servants majorly, and the civil servants didn't respond. The government did not get a very good response, despite the efforts made to subsidize it at that time. So much of the house was depreciating, not until much later, when Alhaji Lamadeshino himself was no longer in government. That was when when the agreement was extended to others outside the civil service, that was when people started to show interest.
Yes,
well, as we speak now, I think virtually everything is occupied now.
Yes, occupied. And people actually bought some of them. They bought some of them. We'll take
that was the plan, that you would eventually own it.
Yes. We'll take a break.
It's Choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open for and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Dano Choco 3-in-1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Dano Choco 3-in-1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Hello Ibadan. Finally, the MTN Camp Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lekon Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin rẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
Right, we're back at the still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. On global shocks, Nigeria rejects World Bank advocacy for increased fuel imports. That's coming from the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, CPPE. And federal government denies claims that Finance Minister advocated errors in tax laws. And South Africa as a nation says Akemi additional. All this coming from the business pages this morning.
Yes. Now I have this one here which will excite. I think it will excite Nigerians. Mixed reactions as federal government cuts duties on pharmaceutical products, rice, cars, and others. And tariff cut excites pharmacists, triggers call for sector reform. Well, mixed reactions yesterday trailed the federal government's approval of the new 2026 fiscal policy, which reduced import tariffs on drugs and pharmaceutical products, cars and rice, among others. While players in the pharmaceutical sector hailed government's new move, rice producers and those in the automobile sector regretted the move, and they said the policy would be inimical to their business. Recall that the federal government had in a document dated April 1, 2026 by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Awale Edun, approved sweeping tariff adjustments across 127 product lines, including anti-malarial medicaments, now pegged at 20% as part of efforts to stimulate growth and ease the cost of critical imports. Now, some are happy about this, especially those in the pharmaceutical sector, but those
I'm not interested in that which has to do with cars.
Cars, yes, that's what I'm saying. They said the automobile sector, yes, they said the policy it will affect their business, in make up to their business. So what they are saying is that they are okay with how cars are expensive, really expensive now.
But if there is a duty cut, well, I think well, I don't know but I don't know the economics of it, but I think that should be a boost for them.
For them, yes.
More people will come buy cars, yes. The cars will be less expensive.
Less expensive. So I don't know why they said it will be inimical to their business.
Oh, well, I guess they understand the economics of it, what we are not seeing. Just as they say that crime knows no religion, does not know ethnicity, so also crime does not know age. NDLA arrests 93-year-old medical doctor over cocaine, skunk trafficking. Okay, it says a 93-year-old great grandpa, and the 93-year-old is one individual, and then the medical doctor is also 69. They topped the list of suspects arrested as operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) intensified their crackdown on drug cartels and their collaborators in intelligence-led interdiction operations across the country. In one of such operations, the non-Nigerian Power Friday, suddenly withheld, was arrested at his home in Umbuagba, Amago, Nkwogu village, Osisioma, local government of Abia State on April 7. I hope I pronounce those names of those areas right. Director, Media and Advocacy of the NDD, Mr. Femi Babafemi, said in a statement on Sunday that a search of his residence led to the recovery of 7.7 kilograms of skunk, a strain of cannabis. The suspect claimed he had worked as a truck pusher, but later learned painting and tiling before going into the illicit drug business over a year ago. He claimed he had been smoking skunk since 1959 before turning it into business. Efforts to allow local collaborators with an international drug syndicate paid off following the arrest of an Ivorian Guru Michael at the Kano International Airport with 82 wraps of cocaine, weighing 1.49 kilograms, and the subsequent arrest of a 69-year-old medical doctor, Chudi Solomon, withheld in a follow-up operation in Ogun State. So, 93 and at 69 as well. So I wonder. So just I don't get it, Bingo.
Yes, well, I think it had been part of him for a long time.
Yeah, he said he was a user before he now turned it into a business.
Now, another related one here. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested an Ivorian and a Nigerian medical doctor over their alleged involvement in cocaine trafficking. The agency said the Ivorian suspect, Guri Michael, aged 41, was apprehended at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport during the outward clearance of passengers on an Ethiopian Airlines flight to Milan, Italy via Addis Ababa. And according to a statement on Sunday by NDLEA spokesman Femi Babafemi, Guhuri was found to have ingested 82 wraps of cocaine weighing 1.49 kilograms. And he explained how he was arrested. The agency said the Ivorian Guri for 2 years was apprehended, and according to a statement, Guri had arrived in Lagos from Milan, Italy on January 17, 2026 and was shuttling between Lagos and Enugu for 3 weeks. He later traveled to Kano, where he stayed for a week before ingesting the cocaine consignment in his hotel.
You know, Bimbo, the fact that we open the newspapers almost on a daily basis and we see stories like this, drug trafficking, Nigeria as a transit nation. Now, for every drug trafficker arrested, I wonder how many more actually make it through. I mean, if he's still traveling like this, despite the laudable efforts of the NDLEA. So I ask myself sometimes that how many much more do make it through?
And how many much more are still planning to embark on this illicit business after being aware that these people, their colleagues, are being caught almost every day.
And this one was still on crime and man's inhumanity to man. A man arrested in Ibadan over alleged possession of girl's head. Now, the young man, just 23, and said he escaped lynching by a mob on Saturday at Adigu village, Olonoda Ogunshana area of Ibadan, Oyo State, after he was found with the severe head of a 6-year-old girl identified as Mutiat Sunday, whom he allegedly murdered. He was rescued and taken into custody by operatives of the state police command. The crowd would have lynched him, but the police intervened and they stand in custody and the investigations are ongoing.
That's unfortunate.
We should open the phone lines.
Well, let me quickly read this. Police reject report of 1,100 kidnappings in 90 days. Yes, they have rejected this report, which has been presented to, members of the community, members of the public, and the government.
Let's open the phone. I know we'll take one lines in between. 070-5555-1985 and 080-5500-985. Numbers to call to be part of conversation this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Welcome. Thank you, Mr. Welcome.
You know me. We have no works. on the sack on Borno State. So who can send you? They come and kill you. And they talk rubbish. That man should be taken shame. You come and disturb people. You are telling me the same story. How many people? You are mentioned for them. Like you, is one of that. What a shame. Thank you very much.
Give it to Governor Zubin, he has been much more proactive in fighting terrorism, much more than his predecessor, ex-Governor Matawali. Ex-Governor Matawali rather prefer to make friends with the terrorists rather than taking the fight to them.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I can be advised from you.
Good to have you, sir.
Welcome board again, Mr. Tola.
Thank you.
We missed you a lot.
Thank you
I
so much,
like
sir.
that you have put more weight. You are becoming bigger and lighter. That will be your blessing in Jesus' name.
Amen.
You are welcome. We miss you indeed.
Thank you.
As for Mr. Ayo Demosayosi, he is known for his talking all these things. I don't want to say something unthinkable and here. But you see, somebody who has lost his relevance at all, want to do anything to become relevant. We have to go outside his jurisdiction, what does not concern him. The Yoruba will say, any issue say, Konima, you forgot your leg, that is no problem there. So he has lost relevance. So, whenever I see the story on the pages of newspaper, I always skip it. I don't want to associate with such person. You are welcome, Mr. Tola, once again.
Thank you.
Mr. Bimbo things wonderfully well. You have said.
Thank you.
With those people assisting him, God will continue to support you.
Amen. Amen. Yes, before we go, let's take another commercial break. We'll be back.
Hello Ibadan. Finally, the MTN Champ Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lekon Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin rẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
Right, we're back, and it's good to know we are still there at the still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. We are still taking phone calls.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Would you mind to explain for me?
Yeah, you sir. Good morning.
Welcome.
Mr. Tola Silva, you are highly warmly welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jobaike.
Yes, we need to see that. I will thank Mr. Vivakandi. He has done a wonderful work. And Mr. Bolu too. Welcome back. Yes. Let me just briefly comment on Mr. Abishif Oshukumale of the world. We should not. This is the word. We should not take him serious. God bless you. As in Asia talk.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ojo. On ADC crisis, Supreme Court hears David Mark's appeal tomorrow as party insists on holding convention tomorrow. Yes. Update committee list.
And the Democratic Congress, the African Democratic Congress has confirmed that over 3,000 delegates are expected to attend the National Convention scheduled for April 14 in Abuja. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Ayula Oguro, PhD from Langlade.
Good to have you, sir.
all this rumor, and because I see rumor monger, but I think something is fishy about the rumor. And in every rumor, there must be an out of truth. So there is excellency governor Shinakunde proposed to make the order, and the other His Majesty was not there. So that means something is fishy. But to ex-governor Fayose, he has become, let me say, I don't want to use the word nuisance, but as a state man and elderly person, he's supposed to refrain from all these things. And one thing is that if you are waging war with the governor of Oyo State, it should not be to the extent of creating conducive environment whereby there will be loggerheads, there will be imbroglio, or there will be that will affect the peace of the town and the entire state. So I think Governor Fayose should refrain from all this mongering. He should stand up to be an elderly person, and he should stand up to be an emergency. Thank you, Dr. Ilabugu from Lamlape.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ilabugu. Well, I actually get your drift, the fact that sometimes there is no smoke without fire. But then I think we should be able to believe the Oyo State government if they say this is not going to happen. And at the same time, like Dr. Olabogo also said, I body, as Yorubas would say, Governor Fayose again, ex-Governor Fayose again should know his reputation, his status as an ex-governor, and then he should refrain from making unguarded statements.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Alaji Lamkam from Oluyole.
Good to have you, Alaji.
Mr. Tola, you are welcome.
Thank you, Alaji.
Please don't give everything to Mr. Bimbo.
Okay.
Something you give to bring from your lips. Don't give everything to Mr. Bimbo.
Okay. I won't.
I read a book sometimes. The title of the book, I think, is our husband has run mad again.
Okay.
That's the only adjective I can use to describe Mr. Yodele Fayose. We should not mind him. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, I remembered that book. I think it was a kind of playlet also. Again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm about the travel with my name. I speak for me later.
Good to have you,
You're
sir.
welcome.
I welcome Mr. Atola Teriba.
Thank you, Mr. Fabum.
We have missed you so much. And we are going to understand that you have already zoomed, but didn't zoom in the air. You are welcome, sir. I miss you personally. Now, as regards to the Air Force bombing civilian, it's most unfortunate. If I may say, these people, they deliberately bomb the civilian target. Because we have had this kind of thing in the past, when they will come out apologizing. We don't want to be seen to be doing something. Let's look at this scenario. If some terrorists are operating somewhere, are they actually doing something you are seeing from above? And the next thing for you is to bomb that particular environment where civilians are staying. It's most unfortunate. It's really most unfortunate. This government has failed completely regarding the security issue. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you so much, Fabumi. Well, there were unconfirmed reports some times ago, particular bombing in Borno State, where many civilians were killed, and the civilian population, their leaders were saying that that place was deliberately bombed because the local vigilante there was very active in repelling insurgents and terrorists. That somebody somewhere high up just wanted, like I said, unconfirmed reports. 070 5555 1985.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bingo.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Satola.
Well, thank you.
Welcome back from Zanzibar. Zanzibar. On Nairobi. Now, I want to talk on the bombing in
Okay.
And what I read at the weekend, there were some reports. I read some reports about the soldiers and the general that were killed in Borno State last week. And the military were denying some death. They said, no, it's not like that. The figures are not as high as that it was not. They were just, now, what I just observed that people, soldiers were killed, and the military were denying the figures. And the brigadier general, there's some brigadier general that was killed, that kind of. What I observed was that according to the narration of the what happened, these people are very practical. Those Israel people, very practical. The military portray them as large in numbers when they are coming to attack them. But what we observed after was that they create a decoy that because the military officer was saying that they are asking their other unit, other command, that what is happening should come to their rescue. And they were saying, they said that they've attacked so military spot. Now, every command of the military were afraid to come out because they were thinking these people have run some military bases, which is not. These Boko Haram people created that information so that the military will not come out. And that information made even those who are resisting them in that Benishek to run away because they were thinking, whatever. Everybody now, people who are even resisting them, ran away. So these people have the chance to come to the camp and take over their ammunitions and all that. So I think the military, in as much that we know that they are trying, I mean, it cannot be anything like this in this country without putting your souls in it, because there's nothing there for you in Nigeria. So we acknowledge their effort, but we should be more tactical. And what I just observed that the equipment they need to work is not there. Even those who are commanding them are not. I think they are misplaced putting people who are not supposed to be commanders there, because there are some practical information we give to your subject which is lacking. So that place needs to be reorganized. That's the what I want to say. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
07055551985 or 08055009850 are the numbers to call.
Program is still conversation on Oluyole 90.5 FM. I say sleeping with pillows may help lower internal eye pressure. So, do you sleep with a pillow?
Of course, yes. Yes, of course. Yes, and it makes one comfortable. But some people don't like sleeping with pillows. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead, we can hear you.
All right. I think we are going to
let's have this commercial break. We'll be back.
It's Choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open the door and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Dano Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Dano Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Hello Ibadan! Finally, the MTN Camp Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lekon Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin rẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí. Lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá, ẹbí ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
That is good to know we are still there and there's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Can I still take one or two more calls?
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Mr. Anwarin.
Just like the million document. I get with him. I don't believe in him. What happened to all the money they read to the message? They want the document. I don't get the house. They don't have a document. Thank you much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Anwarin. 070-5555-1985.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Jide calling back. Now, they said they arrested a 15-year-old in one market like that, at the border another. And the military came on here to say that they've arrested one of the Boko Haram 15-year-old who was one of their suppliers, and the 15-year-old confessed that he was part of the people that attacked the nation. Why will the Nigerian military come out and show the face of that boy or talk about mentioning the names and all that? I expect them to do the investigation so that the boy will show them everything. I mean, the boys knows who are sending me an errand and those who are is working with. So these are little things they should not come out on the public face and be telling us this. These are little things. I know they are trying. They are putting their lives on the line. But we are not being practical enough. That's just it. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, there has been a while that I've heard from Mr. John from Iloni and the Amonsora. Well, we hope, I know they are good. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Well done, sir. I'm about the fact meeting, sir.
Okay.
Now, I just want to talk about this reduction in the tariff, import tariff on these medical products. You know, this government is trying to be fast and sharp. When Nigerians were watching, this man is doing this thing towards the election. And those people that are affected, they always cry out. Because the policy of this government is to enrich the very few people who will start shouting on your mandate will stand and be making the poor to be poorer. And at the same time, when you have an increase in price or in the cost, you know, you will also understand that people will always have full man normal profit. So there is no difficult thing about it because of the fact that these people have reduced the import tariff. They will always count because the policy of this government is channeled towards reaching the rich and making the poor to be poorer. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Well, I can still take one or two more. 070-5555-1985 and 082-5500-9850. Well, the fear of whether Middle East war rises as U.S. threatens blockade of Strait of Hormuz. I wonder what that's all about now. And then maybe there's said to be a breakdown in peace talks. And we heard that high-stake negotiations between the U.S. and Iran aimed at ending weeks of conflict in the Middle East have ended without an agreement, significantly escalating fears of a broader regional war and the collapse of a fragile ceasefire. The talks held in Islamabad lasted about 21 hours and marked the most direct engagement between Washington and Tehran in decades, and despite what officials described as serious and earnest discussions, both sides failed to bridge deep divisions on core issues, leaving diplomats empty-handed and tension high. I'll just say one thing as we wind down about the Iran and Iraq war. Has been away, and then my opinion, Bimbo, when the American Secretary of State, Mr. Pete Hegseth, said that lunatics were ruling Iran. My opinion here, I think the actual lunatics are in Washington.
Yes. And the main lunatic is in Washington.
All right, we have to go. Check the time is 7:30. a very interesting time of conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akonbi. Thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy your day.
Hello Ibadan! Finally, the MTN Camp Season 4 is here. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the Lagos Salami Stadium at Damasinga. Come with your friends and family for an amazing week of exciting track and field action from the 14th to the 17th of April 2026. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Hello Ìbàdàn, ìdíje MTN Champs ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin irú ẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ gùdẹ̀. Ẹ wá fojú lóúnjẹ bí a ó ṣe máa ṣàwárí àwọn ẹ̀bùn tuntun orí ọ̀dàn nínú eré sísá, ìfòfífò àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní pápá ìṣeré Lẹ́kan Sàlámì Adámàsìgbà Ìbàdàn láàrin ọjọ́ 14 sí ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lèrúkọ àfi máa ta lálá. Ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀ ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn o. Ẹ lọ sórí mtnchamps.com fún àlàyé kíkún.
Yeah. You well stacked, you built. You're the queen of my heart. You're all I dream of. Yeah. You got starlight eyes that radiates in the night. You're full of loving in a pool of pretty stars. You're a pretty one.
Right here to a fresh edition, a fresh new week right here of Sports Beat ringing true and true from your beloved radio station. This is Oluyole 90.5 FM. You already know the gang is outside, and we're set to give you all the finest of the stories. Making the runs in the ever exciting world of sports. Yes, of course, you already know the Master Chef is right on the seat. Victor Opona is the name. I've got the gang right here in the building, and yes, we're going to be slugging it out right here with all of the action that we've seen from different parts over the course of the weekend. We're talking about Road McIlroy, we're talking about Manchester City, we're talking really about Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal, and of course what's happening right there in the Italian Serie A. Yes, of course, we saw that 7-goal thriller, and indeed a lot of people looking at what's happening at different quarters. Yannick Sinner also amongst those being spoken about at this moment, and yeah, a lot of people will be watching out for how everything goes down in the NPFL, as it looks like it's going to be a race to the wire, for all challenges that we've seen. You're talking about the title race, you're talking about the race for the continental sport, you're talking about the movement to actually see who gets relegated or not. So yes, we'll be waiting to go down the wire. And of course, the story is about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, the all-British fight. And yes, indeed, there's a conversation about a teenager who they say is faster than Usain Bolt at the age of 18. Yes, I will start with that particular story because we know it's quite incredible to have stories like that. And so we have this one. A 10-year-old Australian goat ran 200 meters faster than the sprinting great Usain Bolt, managed by the same age as a race to a national title yesterday.